Good morning. We're back at it, and I made a bunch of calls this morning, and parts are like 3-4 hours away one way. Like it'll be it'll be 6 hours if we have to go pick up parts. So I'm not doing that. I'm gonna see if we can't make something work with all the parts we have from both sides of the part header and the one we took apart. Get us through the day, get that part brought into a closer dealer, and then pick it up tomorrow morning. I think places are closed tomorrow. It's another holiday for the regular people, I guess. We'll see what we can do though. This one, just the bearing in it was so seized that for the little amount of time I got on it, we pretty much cooked the rubber bushing out of it. And if I ran it much longer, thankfully we were shutting down. If I ran it much longer, I would have destroyed more things. So we're gonna get something figured out here, hopefully. And worst case, Ontario, I guess we just send someone for a long drive today and get parts. Since I did this yesterday, I knew how bad this was to take out, so I brought my slide hammer. And well, it works good two-handed, but it's been working really well. This is looking really promising. This one on this side, it's rolling nicely, nice and smooth. And I got this pried open, and this is the bushing that I need. And it's still in one piece. So if I can get it out of here just like that, oh, we're gonna be in business here in no time, I think, fellas. This is good. This is good. What we are gonna do though, because the other one grenaded so quick, we're gonna pop this cap off and we're gonna lube up, grease this bearing in here just so that hopefully we have no issues. Finish the season maybe. Another good news story. This is the one I just pulled out from there that we cooked again yesterday evening. This one's still fine, but it blew the bushing, and this one's like loud. Whereas this one, it's off the other side of the header, so I don't know if it was gonna be the same, but it's the exact same. It rolls nice and smoothly. Let's get some grease in there, get out to the field with our new bushing. Oh, I'm feeling hopeful. This is fantastic, guys, fantastic. And so like we didn't screw this up or anything because we need this to stay good. We just kind of melted this a bit. So we'll put the new pieces in, we'll be good to go. Now I'm gonna take this old one I don't care about and figure out how to get this cap off. I think you just pry it off here, but I don't know. Once we figure it out on here, we'll do it to here, get some grease in here, and be good to go. We got it opened up, and I really want to take it apart and like repack the bearing properly, but I think I'm gonna end up wrecking something if I try. It's pretty seized on there, so we're just gonna use this grease needle, shove it in between some of these bearings, pump some grease in, and call it good. With the new grease in here, this bushing that's in really good shape, I am very happy with how it's all turning out. So let's put it back together, head a couple miles down the road, and get back to it. These last two passes are gonna wrap up this field. Unfortunately, it's split up by that railway track, so we've got another 50 acres to do on that side, which sucks because, you know, more headlands just takes time, but we've got a bunch of little pieces that we want to try and finish up today and then end on the last big piece for tomorrow, hopefully. So when we pull into a field, the practice is we'll pull in, depending what the field looks like, what our trucking options are, we will quickly cut out a spot for the Super Bs to pull in, turn around, get loaded, make sure that's taken care of, and then we will start and we will automatically go left so that the auger is to the outside of the field, and we will do 4 passes around. The combines will do 2 laps each, and the goal with that is to have the trailing combine close to the lead combine, so that when me in the lead, when I'm getting close to full, the grain cart will unload the trailing combine, I'll get full, and I will just cut a loop in the field. The trailing combine will take over in the front position, and then I'll pick up where he was, and then I'm able to unload on the go, and we can continue making progress on the passes. I kind of feel like that's the best, most efficient way to pull in, and get it done and started, because the headlands always takes the longest time, and if you get split up on the headlands, it just creates more issues. And we always do 4 passes because these combines on tracks, they do not turn well at all. So we need that space so that we have the ability to turn around without doing like a 3-4 point turn. And especially when you're on an angle in beans, sometimes you get an unfavorable angle at the headland and need a bit more space. So it's kind of how we do it. Maybe you guys have a better way that you do it. We got a lot of issues with geese inside the city, and our field ends right there, but you can just see the geese that just walked in out of this water retention pond, and they just demolished the soybeans. And that's the problem with geese. If they can walk into the crop, they will do a lot of damage. But as long as it's all standing or there's not an edge like this, then it's not a problem. And that's why you kind of got to start and finish a field pretty quickly in Winnipeg. Outside in the, in the country, we don't really have geese problems, but out here we do. And like this whole, I don't know, 100, 200 feet of the edge of the field is just gone. We used to farm this whole piece all the way up to the train tracks over there, but they decided to start developing. So now we only got this little section, which for the last 3 years kind of sucked because they've been building all this stuff and they just destroyed this side of the field. They didn't give 2 rips whose it was, what they were driving over. It was bad. We're just checking off all those little fields, which makes you feel like you get a lot done, when in reality you don't. But we finished this piece now. It only, what did it take? It took an hour maybe. Hour and a half. Now we're going a mile that way to an 80-acre piece. We'll get that done. Then we got to go to like a 17-acre piece. And then we've got the quarter section or something for tomorrow. All right, into the next piece. We got a spot opened up for the trucks. I see a lot of flags. Someone spent a lot of time putting them up in this field. We haven't heard from them. So they're likely gonna have to do it again. Some of you guys may have seen that video of us picking up swaths. That was the field, and they put that tower up pretty quickly. Wow, they made light work of that. We did a ton of ditching last year, and we didn't necessarily have the time to do all the best sloping, but it was a great improvement. But every now and then you're trying to lift up on a ditch, you just catch this thick edge and you just scoop a ton of dirt. So clean it off, get back going, making light work. Things are going well. Well, it's happening. Everything is starting to fall apart. My dad just said he thinks his header broke and it's in 2 different pieces, which I find that hard to believe, and I hope not. But I'm gonna go over there and check. I'm hoping maybe his knife just broke like mine did yesterday, but I guess time will tell. Either way, we literally got like less than 300 acres of beans left, and then we can be done with these headers. On your path there. So let's see what happens. There he is, waiting for the diagnosis. I guess I'll probably hop out and he can get in here, and I don't know, we'll see what we see. He says it's not cutting in the middle. Uh-oh. That looks funky. That looks like it's moved or shifted or something. I don't know. Yeah. Normal? No, it's not normal. I didn't think so. So it's probably broken and slid over, and now you're just leaving a strip in the middle where they overlap. I'm sure you know the drill by this point, but we'll get the welder out and see what we can do. It's my daughter's birthday today, so I gotta go in an hour and 15 minutes. I really don't think I'll get it fixed in time, so then it'll just have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm excited to hang out with them tonight and celebrate her birthday. But we're gonna give it the best try we got, or we can. I've got a game plan. I know what I'm gonna do. I did this to this header and another spot. I fixed it last year. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, here's the damage. It's not supposed to do that. This is supposed to be one thing, and it's supposed to be touching. So we'll try and pull it together, weld it up, shoot. We'll see how long it takes. Honestly, the last time I fixed something like this, it was worse. The biggest thing is gonna be getting it all pulled back together and straight. But I think we'll be able to get it tacked up, get a good weld in there, and get her fixed. I'm hoping the hardest part is gonna be closing that gap. I can't find my big straps anywhere. So we got this over center on here, and we'll give it our best to get it in. Oh. All right, we got it pulled together here. I got a piece of angle here, keeping everything straight. It looks good. We're gonna get some tacks on here maybe. We're gonna do something. Maybe I gotta remove this skid plate, get it out of the way. And then we're gonna build it up. Do what we can to make it good. So we just did like a quick little garbage weld on top just to hold it together. Now I got the clamps off and everything. We're gonna clean it up on the bottom, weld the bottom nicely. Then we're gonna grind all the way through to the new weld, build it all up, clean this up, build up and clean up the bottom, put it all back together. It'll be strong. I think it turned out, all right. We'll flap it down, see if we need to add any extra passes, and then get it put back together. Shoot, you can't even tell if that's the one I welded or that's the one I welded. Actually, you can, because that one looks better than that one, and that's the one I welded. Back together, brand new. You can't even tell anything happened. Let's see how this goes. I do have to put the battery back together though, because we were welding on this thing. I tell you what, we're getting good at fixing stuff. It's pretty much been an hour since I left the field with this combine, and we're heading back to the field. So, I mean, that's not bad for last time. It could have been a lot worse. We could have been far away from a farmyard, but that doesn't get much better than that. As long as it holds together, I guess. Of course, everything goes wrong right at the end when I'm trying to get going. We got it all up and going. Both machines are running. I'm heading home. See you guys tomorrow.